And we should be live. Alrighty. First time trying the new intro thing that I made, so I'm happy that seems to have worked. Although I'll definitely check it out later and see how good it is. Why do we feel so jerky? I don't know why. Okay, that's better. Well, hopefully this won't be another crash like what happened yesterday. I'm still quite new to streaming, so this is a bit of an adventure. I think this is only my third stream, so we will see how it goes. I definitely need some stone, so let's get you going. So what we're doing today is building the trading hall. I've got a couple more rows that I want to do, and this might be enough for a couple, but it's definitely not going to fulfill all the needs that we have. And off camera, I've been gathering some additional sand and sandstone in order to prep for the next project that we're going to have, which is going to take place right here on this giant blocky thing that I made that looks terrible now, but I promise it will look better later. Nope. No. No. You are not allowed. You are not welcome. Go away. So hopefully people can see that I'm live, and if if the chat ends up taking off or people don't want to lurk, let me know what the quality and everything is and how it's working. All right, so cool. Smooth stone. I really want. Each one takes what, 20, 40, 2, 3. No, that's plenty. That's enough. All right, so we need stone, we need concrete, which I don't think we have any of. We can get the glass with the villagers, and that's why we have them. So I need some concrete. Oh, I need slime. What's the moon? Half. All right, so maybe we'll be able to get some slime from the swamp over here. Slime farm is definitely in our reasonably near future, just because I don't like doing this and it takes too long and it's annoying. But at least we have the opportunity, since it is night. If we were in the daytime, we would not be able to do anything. And I'm waiting for, oh yeah, you. Really? No. I don't like you. You go away. I'm waiting for the inevitable creeper to come and ruin the evening, because that would be a great way to start. But no, not yet. All right, so I need about 40 sticky pistons per row, and I would like to do 2 rows tonight if I can get away with it, depending on how long it takes to go through and do this all. All right. So that means we need at least 80 slime balls. And we're not going to get that many because the sun is already coming up. If I could get one more big slime would be good. Stop hitting me in the face. Nobody likes it. Not in the face, not in the face. Can I get one more before they all despawn? Or are they gone? I think they're gone for the night. And we're out of luck. Yep, sure looks it. How many do we get? And we get enough for 1 row. So, oh, bonus. Nice little present, nice little surprise. Yeah, slimes don't spawn during the day, much like most monsters. So I don't think we're going to be getting any more. One last look. Nope, 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 nopey, nope, nope, nope. One of the many reasons why we need a slime farm. So, but we'll get there in the fullness of time. In all due time. time after time. Time to make the donuts. Okay, don't need you, or you. All right, let's head over to the villager trading hall. I'm definitely enjoying this project, although I need to get to the point soon where we build the stage and we actually start building up all the stuff around the back of it, because it will look so much better once we start putting in the stage and detailing it. Like, it's just functional right now and it actually looks bad, and I'm not enjoying that. I'm trying to get to the point now of where I'm going to whoa. Whoa, that's a heck of a freeze. I gotta figure out what does that. I'm getting to the point now of where I'm really enjoying spending time detailing and building up structures and really making it to the point of where it's not just the world and the farms, where it actually does stuff. So this is our villager trading hall. If you haven't seen it before, the structure here is going to be what the size of it is. It's going to be 2 levels, and it's based basically on a concert hall. The stage is going to be right there in the open area, and the thought is that all of these villagers are here to see a show. And I'll probably put some armor frames and or armor stands and everything up here in order to figure out exactly what I want to do. But so we're going to be going through and doing the remainder of the rows. I think the next row we might do maybe fishermen, like, I don't know. Fishermen, armors, I'll have to look it up. There's not much we need for trading anymore. So at this point, we're much more just in. Oh, I thought somebody died there. I think we're much more just in completionism, because having the farmers for all the emeralds we need and the librarians for any enchant we need, and then this will take care of all our redstone and all of our lapis needs, as well as glowstone, and then the armorers will take care of all our terracotta needs. So I'm not sure what else we need from here, but we might as well just get building. So, and we're largely going to do this from the bottom up, just because it's easier than building from the top down. So this is a Logical Geek Boy design. It is not mine, and I don't claim that it is. So the nice thing about it is that it builds in all of the containment, as well as it builds in the zombification. Because if you didn't know, the way that you get better and cheaper trades is to have zombie villagers. Like, convert your villagers to zombies and then cure them, and then even though you did it to them, they love you for curing them. So we won't spend too long on the ethics of that and how that's kind of disturbing inherently in itself. But yeah, it is how it is, and nod and agree. All right, so we should have picked up some wool. That was silly that we didn't do that. But all right, so we need sticky pistons. So let's come over here, and I forget if we made enough pistons. I'm pretty sure we didn't, actually, so we'll have to make those too. Do they have in my redstone box? No, 13. That's not going to be enough. So, all right, redstone, riches. We need iron, we need cobble, and we need wood. We got plenty of wood, and we got plenty of redstone. Do we have cobble left, or do we have to zip back? And if we have to do that, we'll get the... Okay, no, we've got some. We'll get the wool too. So... Oh yeah, because you don't have any actual iron. That's why it's not showing up. It helps when you have all the actual materials and not the materials they roll up into. No. Wow, my brain is not on right now. I don't know what's going on. But that would explain it, and it's the same problem we had before. Okay, pistons. 32 pistons. And we need 40, and we're not going to have enough cobble. Maybe I have some in my stone box. Maybe I actually prepared. Where is my stone box? Stone box. All right. Yes, we did. Awesome. Hooray for preparation. All right. And let's just make stickies. So, great. So we can do stickies, and we've got enough redstone to finish this up, too. So, excellent. Plate some pistons. So yeah, so this piston design is the part that enables the villagers to be raised and lowered. You can see if I can. No, I can't get under there. So you'll see it as we build it up. But there's a trapdoor that keeps every villager in place as we raise and lower it, and the zombie can't see them until they're lowered from the piston itself. So that makes it nice and easy so that we don't have to worry about the inadvertent zombification. And since there's lighting that's built into it, although I don't remember if that was part of the design or not, or that was just something I added, but it lights up the entire area, so it makes sure that nothing can spawn in there, and that's what the carpet's for. So we're making double sure. And since it's closed completely in the top, they're totally in shade, and we don't have to worry about them getting hit by phantoms or skeletons shooting at them or anything like that. So it works out pretty well. It's a really nice design. I'm glad he put a lot of thought into it. Like I do admire Logic Geek Boy and hope to meet him someday, just because his designs are really nice, and I admire the technical Minecraft and the ability that goes into it. I want to do the bricks before we close this up. Otherwise, that's going to be a lot more difficult. Bricks. Stop. So this is the path basically that the zombie will walk on, and then they're held in by glass, which we will trade with the librarians in order to get, because I'm definitely not smelting it, but I can show what's going on here. So we can zip over here, and this is basically how it works. There is the zombie, which is in here, and he's trapped within this glass trench and walking on those bricks. And this little trapdoor here keeps these villagers in place along with the stand and the two slabs when we lower this so that they can be zombified. And when they're not breaking the string, the observer notices that nobody is in here and then pops out this so that if we need to add somebody new, they can walk in. But we won't make you get zombified again because you're already fully cured and full the whole rotation. So let's get in. I always forget. Oops. Parkour is not my strength today. So we can zip in here, and all right, so it is going to be 2, 3, 4. So, all right, so 2 before. Actually, I think I'm just going to do all the stone, and I'll knock it out with the pickaxe. It's probably easier to just put all the stone in and then worry about it later. Alrighty. So this is finally taking shape. This has been a pretty significant project. I think we started this back in episode 21, and it's still not even halfway done because, like I said, there's going to be a second floor up where that second line of track and everything is. So, yeah, it's going to be big, but it will contain how many villagers? I think it's 320 by the time all is said and done in this area. So it's 20 per row, which is enough to give every single type of villager. And why do we need every single type of villager? Because we can. Really, there's no reason other than that. A lot of them, like the armor and the... what is the weaponsmith? You don't need that many. Like you'll have everything you need from 2 or 3. But completionism is fun, so we will be doing 20 of every single one all the way through. Is there a tutorial? There is not a full tutorial, but I started doing this in previous episodes. And what it does is it should walk you through like how it works and how to do it. This is a Logical Geek Boy design, so there's not a tutorial of this full one, but if you want to see how to build the individual ones, he can definitely help with that. But I think on my series on YouTube, Building Bread, the episode 22, I think, is the one where we first start building this, and we start with the farmers here. And so if you want to see that, you can definitely go through, watch that, and go over it. And I link the Logical Geek Boy specific tutorial that goes into it as well, if that's more helpful to you. Okay. And I'm glad you asked. All right, so get back to this. Oh, also, if it seems strange, if I'm asking questions that you don't see where they're coming from, I'm multi-streaming. I'm using Restream.io in order to stream to Twitch and YouTube simultaneously, because my web series, Building Bread, is done through YouTube. So I've got a bigger following there than I do on Twitch. So just trying to maximize who sees stuff, and hopefully I can help people and just provide stuff. The series that I do, Building Bread, what I do is I donate all the profits that I make off of it to local food banks. So I'm just basically doing this because I enjoy Minecraft. I think it's fun, and I'd like to be able to help people while I'm doing something. So that's the story behind that. And the channel hasn't been around very long. I only started doing this in August. So that is why I don't have the most amount of followers yet, but it definitely seems like it's starting to take off. I think it was 20 followers today alone, which was fantastic. I'm very honored that people are enjoying the content enough where they want to keep watching. Whoop, we missed that. Okay, so now we need some glass, and I think we're gonna have to trade for that. So let's go over here and grab some pumpkins and melons. And this farm, laughably, I did design, and then only to find out afterwards that Ilmango beat me to it by about 2 years. So it's just basically a pumpkin and melon farm. And what it does is it uses mine carts that have pieces of fence stuck into them in order to go through and harvest it. So if I hit Nyat button, it will go through and it will clear the entire field, and it will gather up several hundred pumpkins and melons every single time that it runs, which is why I don't have it running. I originally had it running underneath a hopper clock, but that ended up producing so many that I completely filled up this system, and I don't need that many. So it just ended up being entities being zipping around the world for 5 minutes until they despawned. So it's the thing goes down and back, and then we just have a pretty simple observer clock with the two observers looking at each other that we can just turn on. And then once everything comes back, it will feed them into this item collection system here, which will pick up all of the melon slices and the pumpkins. There's no way, that I know of at least, to, in an automated fashion, pick up the melons. So that's unfortunate, but we do the best we can. And it just means we have to do a lot of crafting in order to make them. But while that is running, let's go over here and we'll trade with some of the villagers because I need emeralds for glass. And we've gone through and done the zombie infect and cure dance with all of these at least 3 or 4 times. And that's why all the trades are so cheap. There's a infinite potion brewer over here that creates all the potions of weakness that we need. And so anytime that we want to go through and cure them, we do this, and then we can grab stuff from our gold farm in order to make the golden apples. And so this is pretty much self-sufficient at this point. I can just go through and get as many villagers I need and cure them up and get the trades down to basically zero. Cool, cool. I need to figure out how to get some music onto this. One of these days I need to spend some time setting the stream up so that we can have music and I can see when people are watching and following other than just looking at the chat. Because, I mean, the whole point of doing this is to interact with the community. And if I can't do that at the best of my ability, then why am I doing it at all? All right, good. This will give us plenty of emeralds to buy all the glass we need. And that's it. All right, great. So what? All right, I don't need the smooth. Let's sleep. I lit up this whole area, so there shouldn't be much in the way of mobs, but I don't want to take the chance. We'll just go in here into our little work area and sleep. Yeah, it's a concert trading hall. So what is going on here is this is going to be a stage that I build up here, and the whole thing is going to be modeled after a concert hall. So I've done this whole thing out in creative, but it's taking me quite a while to build it because it's pretty large. Each row here is 20 different villagers, and there's going to be one row for every type of trades, of which I think there's 15. And there's 2 rows for enchanters because you can't get every enchant, or at least it's very difficult to get every enchant in one row. And so you can see here that we've got all the different enchants and everything that the librarians can provide. And what I'm doing right now is I'm going through in order to get glass to build the next row because it takes a decent amount of glass. So I was just trading with the farmers and everything in order to do it. But the size of this thing is going to be monstrous because up here where this line of rails is going to be the second floor because we can't fit 15 just in the space that I cleared out. So it's 2 full floors. And this is going to be maybe, I think it was 10 blocks from the top by the time I finish building it. So it'll be about halfway up the sign there. And if I come over here, you can see like exactly how big it's going to be. So what we're doing right now is we're building another row. And I'm either going to put in fishermen or maybe armor smiths or something. I haven't totally decided yet. But the way that it works when we're done is there's a zombie that's in each one of these. And what we can do is we pull this lever, and that drops the villagers down here where they can be zombified. And then we go through the normal dance of hitting them with a splash potion of weakness and giving them a golden apple. It's going to be 320 villagers in all by the time that we're done. And I'm not even halfway, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm not even halfway yet. But it's getting there. I like building big farms. I like building things to solve a problem once and for all. Which, if you see the, I don't know, Grevier 2. How do you pronounce that? Is it Grevier? But this is the melon and pumpkin farm that we kicked off to get the emeralds that we need for all of the trading of the glass and everything. So I like to build big farms and be done with it. Yep, there's a zombie for every row. So if you look in the glass here, there's this guy right here, and every single row has their own zombie. So we have this guy here, which picked up a villager head, and I thought it was hilarious. Oh yeah. I wouldn't want to build a track for every single one of them. That would take forever. But I mean, we don't really need to. We can just go through and drop a couple of them at a time, and you don't need. That's all you need. As long as the zombie tracks me over the villagers, which is why he's not going to attack them. But you saw he gave that one a little whack because he saw him before we pop back up. But once I get out of line of sight, then it gets through and he'll just attack them. And if you stick around on the stream, you can see when we finish building this, I'll populate it. We have a villager breeder up here that stores all our villagers. And this is done so that I can just hit this button and then a minecart will come up and it will end up filling each row. So we can do like 20 at a time and go through. Oh, no problem. It's not intuitive. Like you look at the thing and it doesn't make sense from the first second you look at it. I had to it took a while to go through and build this. Like I built this in creative over the course of probably a week and a half just to get the basic design done and then adding all of the details and everything that'll end up showing up later on. What was I doing? Glass. I was trading glass. It's way more fun to talk to people than it is to go through and trade to get glass, but definitely need to do that. So right now, I've got all of these librarians so that they've got glass trades or something. They're all masters, and I need several stacks of glass per row to do the bottom part where the zombie is and the top part, which is where the villagers are. The way that they get in here is they see that there's a workstation and they automatically will go through and pathfind to it. So it's actually way easier to load them up than it looks in the beginning. They just drop through the top, and then once they fall in, they're locked in place because of the slabs and the workstation here. Yeah, the villager heads are. There's a resource pack that's from Hermitcraft. It's on vanillatweaks.net, and you can go and get the mob heads, and it will allow you to get pretty much everything. Almost everything drops a mob head, except for the things that already do, like skeletons, creepers, zombies, and wither skeletons. So the only things that don't drop it from the pack because those already exist in the native game. It's just funny. Like I have to I have to go through and do the trades a lot, especially to get the things that I need. Like the reason I have so many of the ones from the Masons is it was really hard to get every kind of terracotta. There's 16 different colors of normal and 16 different colors of glazed. So I literally went through and just traded. And the problem is that it's like the second to last trade. So you've got to get them all the way to here before you know if they're worthwhile or not. And then they met their untimely end somehow. I don't know what happened. It must have been a horrible accident. All right. So we need to do glass now, and I need red. I need red dye. I should have plenty of red dye. Red dye, red dye, red dye. Red dye. I don't have any already made, but that's fine. We'll just put one back, and then we can make as many as we need. Okay. Red dye. Why do I not see red glass? Okay, I don't know, but... Oh wow, that took a lot less than I thought it did. Alright. Yeah, the spider heads are really cool. They're super rare, though. The cave spider heads aren't that hard to get, since cave spider spawners are fairly simple to find. You can just, like, if you find a Badlands, then it becomes pretty easy to find yourself a cave spider spawner. And then once you have a cave spider spawner, getting the heads is simple, especially once you get fortune. Or looting. Not fortune, looting. I have not done cartographers yet. That is something that I do want to do because the woodland mansions are something that I haven't tackled in my web series yet, and that is something that I need to do. But most of what I've been focused on lately has been doing this and doing the other major projects like the gold farm and the bartering farm have been the most recent things that I've been stuck on because curing this many villagers takes an enormous amount of gold. It's basically in order to go through and get the whole row down to like prices of one each. Like if you see all of these things are all like one, and what else? Like one of the other ones. Yeah, how this is all down to one or two now. It takes basically a stack of gold blocks to make all the golden apples in order to go through and do this. The banner pattern doesn't take that long. I think it's 1 in 15 cartographers is what you get it through it. So you can definitely do it, especially if you build something like this. I'll tell you what, I'm not really hooked on doing a specific kind of villager. So why don't we do the cartographers since you're interested in that? We already have our sugarcane farm up here, which produces like 2 or 3 stacks every single harvest, and I'm actually pretty sure. Yeah, the system's completely full right now. So we're doing is we're producing stuff that we don't need, and this actually uses a shulker loader, so it's literally a double chest full of shulker boxes of paper. So yeah, leveling up the cartographers should not be that hard. All right, I need trapdoors, levers, and torches. Ugh, face. Torches. So yeah, I'm more than happy to go through and just we'll go through and we'll build the cartographers today. Will give me the torches I need, and I need a stack of levers, and so we need the, where did I put it? Ah, right there. So this will get us torches. Nope, that's not what I want. That actually is what I want. I was wrong. Torches. All right, let's turn off this clock since we don't need it anymore. We ran our full harvest. Yeah, it is a pain. It's and don't worry about it. Stay as long as or as short as you want. I'm just glad you're here. So yeah, the nice thing about doing it this way is that we can do quite literally 20 at a time, which makes it nice and easy. So if there's something we don't get, we just go through and either re-zombify them if we haven't gotten a good amount of trades yet. Because I don't, if you kill them before they're zombified again, then you'll get a lot of bad reputation from the villagers, and that does not go over well, and their trades become extremely costly. But if you zombify them, then the villagers don't care if you kill them in front of them. Right, trapdoors. Do we have... No, we don't have trapdoors. We need to make those too. That's fine. That's why we collected all this wood. How much of this do I need? I don't need that much glass, so we can put some of this away and get a couple slots back. Trapdoors. And we'll use all those. Yeah, definitely. The librarians took the longest amount of time just because I think there's 30 some odd enchants by the time that you're all is said and done. So that one took a long time, but the good thing at least about the librarians is they can double or triple up. Like I have a couple of them over here that have a ton of extra trades. Like let me see. So I label them all so they're easy to find, and then the letters down below are what they trade. So it's G for glass, S for the shelves, the bookshelves, and B for books, so that I can find everything. But like this one's got 3 unique trades, and this one also has 3 unique trades, so that helped a lot. When I went through the one row, I think I only needed about 10 or 15 more trades by the time all was said and done. So that definitely made it easier. Yeah, the bee head looks awesome because it's like the whole thing. And the squid heads drop all the time. I was actually surprised at how often they dropped. When I needed a stack of ink for a different project, and I think I walked away with 5 heads by the time I was done. The other thing that I like about the pack is it contains the hermit crafters too. So I use them as characters in this world. Like I don't know if you noticed, but the person that was selling pumpkins over at the patch is Scar. So it's Scar's amazing pumpkin patch. Like so yeah, Scar's amazing pumpkin patch. Okay, so yeah, everything's in line. All right, so cartographers. Cartographers need a map table. So let's see how many we need in order to make 20 map tables. Nope, not cap. Starts with M. No, cartography stations. Cartography table. So it's just paper and wood. That's easy. We got lots of that. Oh, leave me alone. I'm building here. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't blame you. It's Hermitcraft has kind of turned into a different thing from what it used to be. Like I really enjoyed the tutorial aspect and the world building, and it's turning more into a drama series than anything else now. So I haven't been watching it as much as I used to. It's something I used to watch very, very often. Like whenever the episodes came out, I would love to watch them, especially um, uh, I don't know. I don't even know who's my favorite anymore. I never really liked Grian or Mumbo. Like they're funny and everything, but so much of it is humor and the personality. Whereas I really like the game. So Tango, I think, is probably my favorite one of them because a lot of the stuff he does is just really neat and funky and different things I've never seen. But I totally get where you're coming from about not being that into him. Don't need you. So how many tables can we make out of this? 14. All right, so we need more wood. That's fine. That will not be a problem. Take the spruce. We don't need you. Cartography table. Perfect. Fit MC. I don't know who that is. And thank you for the sub. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I was saying before I think you joined the stream that I just started doing this. Like I started doing this in the end of August, I think, is when I actually started up my channel. So it's been relatively new for me as a journey. And I'm super appreciative. Like today was a really good sub day for me. I think I got 20 or so, and every single one of them is great. Like my entire purpose of doing this is to build a community and everything. So every single one is greatly appreciated. I love the comments too. There was so many people who are just like, "How do you not have so many more subscribers?" Like somebody even today was like, "How do you not have 10,000 subscribers?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Like, thank you for being part of that journey. Yeah, why wouldn't I don't understand the people who don't engage with viewers. Like, why are you doing this if you don't want to? Well, I know the answer to that. Some people they just want to be famous. But I mean, to me at least, the whole point of doing this is to engage with people, to build the community, and hopefully, like teach people something or make them laugh or do something that they didn't know before, or like that. That to me is the entire purpose of doing this. Yeah, it takes a long time. It took a lot longer than I thought, although with practice it gets a lot faster. Originally, when I first started doing this, I think it took me like 8 to 10 hours to do a relatively simple video, and now I've got it down much faster. Uh-oh. Did I miscount? I think I miscounted. Uh, so one, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four. Miscounted. Yep. Boo. All right. So just got to do it again. That's fine. Like, where's the actual? No, it actually looks like I didn't. Huh. What went on here? Yep, there's a mistake. I just don't know what the mistake is yet. So we have 2 rows, then the lever, then the station, then the villager. 2 rows. Oh yeah, I'm off by one because there should be 2 rows, and then the lever should be here. But that's correctable. That we can fix that. Yeah, it's one of these things where I've built it so many times that I'm not paying as much attention as I probably should now. But it is what it is. It's a nice thing about Minecraft. You make a mistake, it's not a big deal. It's easy to go back and fix it. As long as you're not at the last step of building a farm. Like I've had some farm builds I've done where I get to the I'm just about done and then turn on the redstone and it doesn't work. And like you missed one repeater somewhere and it takes 2 hours to figure out where the repeater goes. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just make sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, all right. So my initial row is wrong. That's why this is wrong. All right, so you're gonna get to see how to rebuild the bottom again. Oh, the map, yeah. You can zoom way in. Like I just have it as the general stuff so I can see what's going on with the area. I tend only to use it when I'm flying around. Um, like so that I know in general where I'm going and see the waypoints. But yeah, at the farthest zoomed out area, there's a lot going on. It's too much. But I will typically play like this when I'm actually looking for something specific in the area. All right. So this was supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on the fifth block. Right? Let's double check. Measure twice. Build once. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the fifth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should have been 2 up. All right, so that's the problem. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, U on the fifth. Okay. So not the worst. At least we caught it before we did the glass and everything on top. Yeah, it can show regular mobs, and I have it so that it only shows neutrals because to me it feels too cheating in order to show things that are going to attack you. Like consistency, thy name is not hugs, and I'm okay with that. But there are certain things that feel like they're not quality of life, and they feel more cheaty to me. But by no means do I judge. So, however you would want to play is the right way to play. It's a add-on called Voxel Map, and it has the ability. If I go into it, you can go into the options and radar, where you can show hostiles. So I can turn it on, and it would show where all the hostiles are. But that just seems wrong to me. Like that's not how I want to play. You do you. All right. So the good thing at least is we don't have to take down the entirety of the stone. We'll just have to move where the torches are. The stone above us. So you said it was an ad is how you found me in the first place? And hello, William. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you're here. All right. What we are doing right now is we are building the next row in the villager trading hall. Oh, nice. Okay, well that's awesome. I'm glad that it worked out. All right. Let's make sure that this is lined up right before going any further. So it should be okay right here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Right? So 2 lever stand villager, 2 lever stand villager. Perfect. All right. Now we're doing the right thing. So 20, nope. Every other. 20 sticky pistons. How is the quality of the stream anyway? And hello, Lauren. Oh yeah, yeah. There's the hilarious thing when I first started playing this game. Like I looked at Minecraft and I'm like, whatever. It looks interesting, but it doesn't seem like the type of game that normally keeps my attention. And then I got into it, and then I realized how incredibly deep it can go, where you can just do so much with building up all the farms and the automation that you can do. And like, I didn't realize, I think when I played the first time, all I did was mine and I found diamonds, and I'm like, okay, so I can get better armor. So what? And then I saw my first tutorial on how to build. I think it was a mob farm. And it was just like, okay, nope, this is definitely my kind of game. Oh, okay. All right. I can take a look at that afterwards. I'm using Restream.io to stream to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So I don't know. I have to check out the quality. Believe it or not, this is I think my fourth stream ever. So there's a lot to learn. But yeah, if it helps, like one of the reasons I wanted to do this and I started from the beginning is to be kind of like a let's play tutorial so that people could learn and regardless of what point you wanted to pick up, that it could all be interesting, whether you're a very beginner or if you're somebody who's looking to build a more advanced farm, like the bartering farm that we covered in the previous episode. Yeah, I'm on Twitch too. But there's not a lot of people. It looks like there's one lurker on there, and that's it. Which is funny because the last time I streamed, I got nobody on YouTube, and I got like a ton of people on Twitch. So it's funny just to see it go back and forth. I do really wish they would consolidate Bedrock and Java though. Like just feature parity. I would be so happy with that because I am incredibly envious of the lighting that Bedrock gets. Like the RTX version that they just released, the colored lighting is amazing and I want it. And thank you. I appreciate that. Like hopefully it is good. That is the quality is important because again, like what we were talking about before, I want to deliver a good experience and everything for the audience because again, if it's not that, then what am I doing this for? Yeah, it's just gorgeous. It looks like a different game. Like the best experience that you can generally get. Let me pick some of this up and then I'll go to a different area and show what I was going to talk about. So the best experience you can generally get on Java is to basically have a decent shader. And some of them are absolutely gorgeous. Like the shaders themselves are gorgeous. Let me go up here where nothing is going to attack me, and I'll switch over and go to one of the really nice shaders they have. Like Silder's is probably the nicest. So you can get some really amazing nice looks where you get like really nice water and the lighting comes through and you get like the volumetric beams when this hits something. So it looks nice, but the problem is that all the lights are the same color. Whereas, like, I love the ability that RTX has where you can put the lights behind different colors glass and get that color of glass, like of light that comes out of the glass. I've got a lot of mods on, but most of them are just quality of life. Let me switch back the shader to the vanilla one that I normally use because the problem with Silders is it's very intensive. I get like 30 frames a second, whereas with this one I get usually when it catches up again, I'm usually in the hundreds. Um, so the mods that I have in the upper right hand corner is voxel map, and that gives the mini map as well as an overworld map and points of interest. So you can specifically mark like down here is where my home actually is, and I've got it turned on so I can see what the biomes are. Other mods that I have on are shulkers. So if I have a shulker in my inventory, which I don't at the moment, but it can show me what is inside of it. So I've got that one. So if I pick up this shulker box and I put it in my inventory, whenever I mouse over, you can see what's in the box, so I don't have to remember. Oh yeah, colored light is a thing in RTX. Like if you look at the beta, I think I don't know if it's the Windows only version or not, but the beta that they just released has full colored lighting. The other mods that I'm using are, geez, now that you're asking, I'm blanking. I use some resource packs and some data packs. So one of them is the Hermitcraft heads and the general mob heads, which is how I get these things here. So that's like a slime head, a bee, a squid, and then the zombie villagers. So there's just a chance that when you kill things, they drop a head, as well as Optifine, which is why I have the connected glass textures here, and the fabric overlay that's required as well for Optifine. Give me 1 second, and I'll tab out and I'll take a look at what I've got for mods. Um, Yeah, so replay mod is another one that I use, which is how I do the time lapses in my series. So anytime you see a time lapse, I've recorded it in replay mod, and then I play it back and I create it as like a you make a movie out of it while you're doing it, and then it renders that movie. And other things are largely quality of life, like double shulker shells. So when I go to the end, I want to do it. I actually am doing an off-cycle episode that should come out this week that goes through every mod that I use, both in gameplay and while I'm making the series itself. So if you are subscribed to the channel, then that'll be out probably no later than Saturday. I think. I just released a snapshot one, so that's what I was working on, and then this one comes next. Yeah, yeah, Rip Glow Squid. Unfortunately, the colored lights, they'd probably have to redo the entire lighting engine because I don't even think the shaders, there's a shader out there that can do it, which is unfortunate. Like, I'm really hoping that somebody just is, like, I would even pay for that. If somebody came out with a shader that redid the lighting engine in order to provide colored lights, I would pay for that in a heartbeat. So you, and then we don't need this row because this is the bricks. Yeah, the redstone in water is interesting. Like we're getting the mine carts in water, which is I don't know how that's gonna necessarily work, but the redstone in water would make things like a kelp farm so much easier. Like that is definitely something that I'm a little bit envious of because you have to figure out a bunch of things and protect it, and at least some redstone works in water. Like I can build flying machines in water, which if I couldn't do that, then that would make kelp farms terrible. I still don't understand why people wanted the glow squid though. At least like the the isologer, which is the chillager. Like let's just face facts. That should have been the chillager from the very beginning. Um, Probably had a new mechanic and could have led to a new farm. But or the yeah, I don't understand why people chose the glow squid. I mean, at the end of the day, to each their own. Whatever makes you happy. But yeah, not my choice. Okay, now we're better. Now we're back on track. I am. I have. I'm doing. This is going to end up being 320 villagers by the time that I'm done with it. In 2 floors. If you look where that high mine track is, that's the second floor's location. And what we have is there's each row is one different type. The first row here is all farmers, and then 2 rows of enchanters, and then clerics, and then here we have masons, and then this is all going to be cartographers. So it's going to be 1 row per profession, and then go up 2 different levels. Probably it'll be ending about here, and then the top floor will only be about 2/3 of the size. And then I'm going to build a stage right in here. I've built almost all of this in creative already. It's just a matter to understand the sizing and the layout and figure it all out before I waste 20-30 hours building this whole thing in survival. I don't play with viewers, unfortunately, at this point, but that is something that people have been requesting a lot. And what I'm probably going to do when I hit 200 subs is set up a very cheap Patreon monthly to pay for a server so that we can have a community server because that would be very cool. Like I definitely would like to have something where we can all have a shared community and we can play together. Like I think that would be awesome. All right. Just checking. All right, so now we can put these back down. Each row takes me about, I would say, maybe 45 minutes in total. I made a mistake, so I had to rip this one out and redo it. But when I get in a nice when I get in the groove, it goes much faster. The rows don't take that long to build. The thing that normally takes the longest is to go through and populate all the villagers and get each individual trade, because a lot of the times they don't have the trades that I want. Like especially the masons or the librarians didn't have it, so I would have to go through and trade with them in order to verify they didn't have the trade and then get rid of them. So we'd have to get more and get new ones. All right, what do I need now? I need wood, I need nether brick and observers and string. Do we have enough observers? No, I need 5 more, but that's not bad. That we can deal with. So observers are cobble, right? Are they cobble or stone? Yeah, cobble quartz. Quartz is in the riches box. I don't need you. Observers. Perfect. Where do we put the dark oak? Because that is what... Okay, dark oak. Yeah, the rows are a big investment, but the nice thing is that once they're done, because we have so many, it basically it's worth it in the time, especially if you think about how much time it would take to mine all of the sand in order to get glass, when we have so many librarians here that we could just trade for glass. And because of the other things we have, like the pumpkin and melon farm here, we basically have infinite emeralds, because one pumpkin and one melon, each one of those is an emerald that we trade with the farmers. And we can do those trades, I think it's 12 times per farmer, and we have 20 farmers that all have those trades. So I end up walking away with basically a full stack of emerald blocks whenever I do the full cycle. I don't have good storage. If that is the question, like that is another episode, and that's one that's going to be soon. Is I've got a section in my main base that is decent size storage. And I've got another section that's all hollowed out that's going to be a multi-item sorter, so that what we can do is just dump our entire inventory into it, and it'll go through and sort everything appropriately, so that we don't have to. I'm a big fan of automation. All right, and then this we have to alternate, so it goes wood and then observer. So observer. Sorry if I get quiet for a second. It's a little bit of a dance to be going back and forth and not fall off and be able to shift click on things. But the multi-item storage is gonna be I think by the time all is said and done, it will be able to store 150,000 items. And I'm gonna have certain farms like my cobblestone generator and my super smelter and everything will just feed directly into it. So anytime that I need cobble or stone or smooth stone or anything like that, I just go walk up and flip a switch, and then the chests will automatically fill up. Oh, I'm totally going to build around this. The end result of this is a concert hall. So it is end up going to be a completely enclosed building, with a stage up front here. And what I'm going to do is the sections over here, I'm going to build them as like little shops. Like, for example, when people want to take a break and they want to walk over here and like get some cookies or pastries or anything, there'll be a little pastry shop. And I really like detailing things out. It's one of my favorite things in this game. Like, let me show you a little bit of what I did when I got really fed up with just building farms over and over again. This world is relatively new, so because of that, I've had to focus a great deal of what I've been doing lately on just building farms in order to get all the materials I need. But over here is where I've done at least some of the detailing. And you get over and like building up something where somebody can actually come over and have a little bit of story and life to it. Where I'm thinking like if this was a pumpkin patch, like typically you get pumpkins around Halloween, so you've got the person selling that can sell the jack-o'-lanterns and the carved pumpkins, and all of this with the mini blocks and everything is done via invisible item frames and armor stands. So there's like an armor stand holding each one of these. And little things like this kid over here roasting on the fire, like I'm going to put a piece of wool on the end of that blaze rod so that it looks like he's roasting a marshmallow. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But the whole point is to build life into the area. So the thought is that people would come here and they could walk through this path. And I custom built this tree because I wanted one bigger than you'd normally get. But they can just come through here and come on the path and sit down on the bench and enjoy the fire and enjoy the water. And so I definitely like adding life into the world and really giving it a story so that you come in and it's more than just farms, because like otherwise you're just building something that output blocks to get blocks to build something else that gives you more blocks. And to me that's not that fun. And you can do neat things like have these armor stands with scarecrows. And one of my favorite guys is over here where, as I run into everything, where this guy is very sad about all the work that he has to do in order to clear this field. So you can really like give it emotion and create a story within your world. And that is by far my favorite thing. All right, let's get back over here and get this road done so I can start feeding in the villagers. All right, so torches are right next to the stands, so we shouldn't. And if I flip this, let's see. Yes, okay, that is built correctly. All right, so I need to clear out in between here to put torches so that we properly light up the area, and then we'll hide it with carpet. Oh, that's another mod I use. Is a mod called Mini HUD. And what Mini HUD will let you do is it can show you lighting levels. So if I hit it, it'll show me the lighting levels so I can see if I've lit up my area correctly. And so I don't want a creeper coming in here and just ruin my day. So you can look and see over here where I haven't lit it up yet. You can see all the red zeros because it's showing there is no light here, and it will be a lighting level of 0 at night. But down here where I've put in all the sea lanterns, it shows you the numbers. And anything that is 7 or below will allow mob spawning, and that is bad. So I've gone through and done that. The other thing it does that's really nice is it will show the despawning spheres. So for example, if I wanted to check and see if I wanted to build a mob farm up here, what I could do is go into the configuration and I could add a despawn sphere. And what that will do is what key did I use for this? I forgot. uh, oh no, it won't work. I need to turn off my shader in order to make it work. So if I go and switch to the internal shader, come on, you can do it. Load faster and don't crash. Yeah, now you can see the big red thing here, which is a despawn sphere. And this shows from the point that I was just at where mobs will no longer spawn. So if you had to go in and do spawn proofing, this is what it actually looks like. Like this is the area you have to make sure is fully lit up in order for no mobs to spawn under normal game rules. So it's really handy. It's a nice thing to be able to do and to be able to visualize to make sure when you're designing and building a farm that you're doing it right. Alrighty. Torches. Torches, torches. All right, so we've got the torches. We need to build up the second layer of glass, the sticky pistons, and the stairs. And then once that is done, we can start loading in the villagers. So we're about 2/3 of the way done, I would say. Right, so I need Right. I believe it's directly above. Just wanted to make sure. Given the fact that I'm definitely not at my best today, given that we've already made one major mistake, let's not make two. Ah, nope, fell. All right, so we are definitely getting there. The other thing that this farm needs is string, because the observers can't detect entities. Like they can't see people walking by or villagers or anything like that. So what we do is we put a piece of string in front of every observer, and when it breaks the line of that string, then the observer can detect that. We could redo this with skulk sensors when 117 comes out, but I don't think that would work as well, because the nice thing is that the string is broken by the villager the entire time that they're standing here. So if they ever move, it automatically detects it, where I don't think the skulk sensors would be able to do that. All right, so we need a stack of nether brick. And I hope I have that, otherwise we're going to have to make a trip to the gold farm. Cool. Yes, we do. I don't need you or you or you or you. So I need another brick, I need that, and I'll take that. And the nice thing is since we have all the masons here, we can just go through here and cut the stairs. Because if you didn't know, if you do stairs via the crafting table, what you'll do is you'll end up getting you have to put in 6 blocks and you only get 4 stairs. Whereas if you do the crafting table, you get it's 1-to-1. So for every block, you get a single stair. So if you're making a lot of them, it ends up saving you a lot of material, especially if you're doing something like sandstone that's difficult to collect in the first place. So yeah, the way what this is doing now is when there are no villagers present in each one of these little cubbies, the sticky piston will do a 1-tick pulse. Which what that will do is that will push the stair forward and leave it. Like anything longer than a 1-tick pulse, where 1 tick is there's 20 ticks per second in Minecraft by default, and that 1-tick pulse will leave the stair forward and leave a gap. And then when the villager falls through the piece of string and trips the observer, it's another 1-tick pulse, and that 1-tick pulse causes the stair to come back and makes it a gapless thing up here where everybody can walk on it. Like, I'll go get a piece of string and show what I'm talking about. Okay, bye, Lauren. Thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate it. Yeah. So if we take the string and put one here, it does nothing because we didn't put the black back here yet. Red terracotta. Red. Where's the red? Brown, gray. Did I walk past it? I must have. I think it was back here. Or maybe not. Great, red. And I will need more than you will sell me. So, we don't need charcoal. And we don't have emeralds. Focus. Your name is not Hugs. I don't need you or you. So let's actually sleep and clear the night so that when we buy the red terracotta from that villager, that he'll reset his trades, and then we can trade again and get as many as we need, because we need 20, and they'll only sell 12 at a time. Yay. But that's enough for us to get started. Welcome back. We're just about done. I've got to do this and then the upper part of glass to keep the villagers contained, and then we can start loading them up and see what we get for banner patterns. Nope, don't want that. No connecting. All right, so now I should be able to put the string on. And because it does a 1-tick pulse, the stair gets left out there, and the sticky piston doesn't pull it back, which it would do if the pulse was longer than 1 tick. But cool. All right, so we need more of the terracotta. And he should be refreshing his trade any minute now. Any minute now. Come on. Please trade with me. Nope, I guess not. Okay, there it goes. Literally the second I walk away. And trading is also a ridiculously good amount of experience. As you notice, I have 105 levels, and almost all of that is from trading, since the only time that I go to my XP farm now is to repair tools. Like I did a sand gathering stream earlier in the week, where it was just to gather sand and red sand, because that's realistically one of the only things that you can't farm anymore in Minecraft. The nice thing about the Ender is that it generates so much experience, it's more than the character can even absorb. So it ends up being so effective that I can just go there and swing the sword a couple of times and it can repair the tools. Alright, so now we want to run a row across here. Come on. So where I am right now is where the villagers are going to walk. If you look at where the rail is, the minecart rail all the way over there, there's going to be an ejector rail that will kick the villagers out so that they get caught on here. And then that will make it so that they'll have nowhere to go, because they'll get ejected onto a block where their only choice is to walk forward into this. And that's how we convince them to easily get into this system. Yeah, Java, it's the same way. The banner trade is literally the final trade. It is annoying. Okay. Nope, you don't go there. All right, so second row. So yeah, it'll get to the point of where if we want to make sure that we get the banner trade, we literally have to do all the way down to the end and do the final trade before we can even tell. It was the same thing with the librarians, unfortunately. Do you play Bedrock on a computer or on PlayStation or a console or something? Okay, there we go. Oh, another stack of glass. Where did I put it? I guess I put it in the glass chest. That would make sense. No, I don't. I have a stack. Ugh. Alright. So, put right there, and that's the only place that the villager can get off. And we convince them so I need to get some bricks, and then I think we're basically done. Like, let's go through and do the string while we're here. So that and slabs. No, we want bottom slabs, right? I'm pretty sure that this uses bottom slabs. Yeah, bottom slabs. Yeah, yeah. Agreed on the flower charge pattern. It is definitely a pain to have to go through and then just find out through all that trading. But at least the good thing is that since we do have the sugarcane farm, that paper is not exactly something that there is a shortage of. So I'll just bring shulkers of the stuff over in order to blast through and get all the trades done. What did I come over here? Oh yeah, yep, yep. I came over here for bricks and stone brick slabs. Can I make the slabs? No. So yeah, I think this is done, and we'll try a test with one cart to make sure that is the case once I do the slabs here. Yeah, the globe looks really sweet. Have you seen what is it? It's the site is Need Cool Shoes, where you can go through and it'll let you design banners because you can make your own custom ones. I like the globe, but you can make some amazing, amazing banner patterns through just the combination of the different things and overlaying them one on top of each other. Like I have the piglin snout one that I got out of the bastions, and that's what I use on my shield right now. But there's all kinds of ones you can make, and it's really cool. Oh wow, you got two snouts, and that's some bad luck there, because I'm pretty sure the snout pattern is rarer than the globe pattern. Okay, so that I believe is yeah. Okay, so now I just need to get out of here and do the top, and then we're done. And I need to get an ejector rail because I don't have one of those in here yet. So yeah, so you can see that just tripped the string on the way down the object. It detected the object that was falling. So that's why that piston was firing. And that's exactly how the villagers are going to work. That's not what I wanted at all. Now I'm going to have to destroy this to get out. Oh, well. Did I? Yeah. So now I got to do that and fix the string. You go, yeah. You go, yeah. There's got to be a more efficient way to build this where I'm not tripping and falling all the time, but it is not on my brain right now. Okay. And this layer has to be on here, otherwise when we zombificate the villagers, they will burn if they're not covered. And excellent. Yeah. All right, so I just need the rail to go right there. And actually, I can be a bad builder and just steal it from right here. Put you, yeah. And then we need to power it, otherwise it won't eject. And I think we're done. Let's just do a quick double check. They're all trapped, they can't go anywhere. Sticky pistons are functional, right? Yep, sticky pistons are functional. Glass is all the way over, so we can eventually trap a zombie. Yep, I think we're ready. Oh, wow. I still haven't seen the pig step disc yet. Like, I've gone through a bunch of banners, a bunch of bastions in order to try and find that, and I still haven't found it. So, wow, you have interesting luck in an interesting direction. I would totally give a stack of diamonds for that, no question. All right, so if we've done this right, now that we eject that villager, when he comes over here, he should get boinked out right in the beginning here, and we should see him come along and get ejected. Boink. And then jump down. Actually, he's not going to because it's too late in the day. I need to sleep. It needs to be during their working hours, or else they won't track to the workstation. Yeah, the diamonds, the secret of diamonds definitely seems to be doing something in a shopping district or something. Like whenever I played on a multiplayer server, it's I don't have a lot of diamonds until I set up a shop, and once I set up a good shop, then the diamonds come rolling in. All right, and there we go. Now we've got the first guy here, and he has not accepted that yet, but when working hours hits, he should. So we should just be able to release the hounds. So just start sending the villagers over. And that should take care of the first batch. And the reason that I bought this whole thing, or built this whole thing, was so that this is a closed loop. Like if you see the minecarts will go back, they'll follow this whole track, and then they'll run into the cactus here, and then that will put them back into the system, so that I don't have to go and collect minecarts and or keep providing new ones. It's a completely closed loop. Excellent. So they're starting to do their day. So let's go and clear the inventory, and we can see how long it takes before I get the globe banner pattern. You, you don't need any of you. You go back in there. You go back in there. All right. We'll just go and grab 2 shulkers. It is stupid rare. Ever since 116 came out, I've only found one, and that was in my multiplayer server. So I don't have it on here. Okay. Yeah. All right. Excellent. So these have all accepted their professions, and we need to find ourselves a table. So you can come with me. We don't need the string. We have lots of string. All right. Let's see. Let's see how lucky we are. So yeah, that's the start to finish of building a row. That's how to do it and about how long it takes me. All right. So yeah. The other thing, if you didn't know, at least on Java, you can just hit space and it will automatically refresh the trade. That's how I'm doing it so fast. Like I just hold Shift and click, and then I hit space to refresh the trade from the very beginning, and it will automatically repopulate it. And then they want pains, which we can totally do by just going and taking all these emeralds to the librarians. So, yep, there goes one shulker of sugarcane. Yep, 2 shulkers of sugarcane. This is why we have the farm, because it goes fast. Especially when you're dealing with 20 of these folks. So we'll just go and get glass once we max these folks out. All right, glass it is. And this is where it turns into the whole virtuous cycle, because we can trade and get all the things we need for in order to level them up from other villagers we already have. To finish doing all the signs so that I don't have to go and check every single one of them to see who has what enchant, or who has glass to trade, I should say. And then once we get to the point of where night falls, I can sucker a zombie into here, although I need to get a weapon first, because I want to get one. If you notice, like, all the zombies are holding axes, because otherwise it takes multiple shots. It takes a while, and they bounce up and down, and they keep hitting the tripwires. So I give them enchanted diamond axes, so they just one tap each one of these in order to convert them. So now we have glass panes. Okay, getting there. Okay. Ooh, this is some serious lag. That's the bad thing about having so many villagers in one location, is sometimes you generate a lot of lag. All right. So what level are we at? Not yet. Okay, we might have to do one more cycle. But I could do paper again. What's the easiest? I mean, I can use some maps. I'll take that. All right, and we can just... Are we out? Yeah, we're out. So let's go get some more paper, and then we can trade that and buy the banners, and that will get them all to master. So I can put these empty shulkers back in, but I got to trigger the loader manually. Yeah, the shulker loader is automatic. Like, it will go through, and whenever it detects that the box becomes full, the piston will punt it, and it will go into the hopper here and collect it, and then it'll automatically load a new one. But if it gets completely empty, then I have to reset the system in order to get it to work. All right. Okay. So all right, first one, that'll get the first one to expert. And the second one. So let's see. What do we get? Glow pattern, first one. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. You get, and the second one too. Wow. Okay. Sorry. But I still do not have a pig step disc. So You are significantly ahead of me on that front. All right, so let's go through and we'll do the rest of these, and then I think I'll get the rest of the villagers in here and get the zombie in, and maybe do one wave of curing and then call it a day. All right, let's just. How many more do we need? We need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Sorry. I would give it to you if I could. If this is a multiplayer world, I would give you 5 of them. Heck, I'll get a whole stack of them, and you can trade me for a pig step disc. Yeah, it's totally doable. And if you do something like this, where you build it up and do a bunch of them at a time, then like you just so maximize your chances. But yeah, globe. All right, so it's getting close to night. They're standing on each other's heads. That's awesome. That is hilarious. All right, so let's get ready since it's getting to be night. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this differently because now that I've lit this whole area up, it's gonna be a different experience to actually get a zombie. I'll have to pull them in from further away. But yeah, so what we'll do is we'll lure them here, and I don't think I have enough weapons, so I might have to go to my old villager section over by the original village that I started at in order to pick up an axe. Yeah, I don't have one. Yeah, so let's just go do that fast. So you'll get to see the older section of the world where I first started this, and I think this is from way back in episode 4. Either 4 or 5 is when I actually built this really simple early villager breeder. Yeah, so this was the first village that I found, and I built this villager breeder right here out of it in order to just get some folks and get trades going. And it's super sophisticated. You have to remove the super secret the super secret dirt block there in order to get in, and you can see like the super sophistication of my early villager breeding efforts. All right, where is all right you? Give me all your axes. Do I have another one? No, just toolsmith. And I don't need anything else, right? What are you? Another toolsmith. Yep, but you have axes. Give me all those too. All right, so now we won't have to come back here for a while. Nope, that's not going to work. Need to be one more over. Move out of my way, please. Or I'm going to let zombies in, and then you'll all be terrified and move anyway. Come on, come on. Get out. Get out of my way. Okay. We'll go back through the nether, since it'll be a little bit faster. Yeah, it is ridiculous. I just did episode 27. So it's pretty early on, and I'm doing the creative stuff for episode 28, which is going to be a cactus farm and being completely enclosed in a lighthouse. And I'm actually really proud of that. The design turned out really nice. Okay, so let's find a zombie. Hello, zombie friends. Come and try me. Oh, perfect. And you're all armored. Nope, don't like you. All right, let's see. Are you going to hold a weapon for me? No? How about your friend? One of you two will. Ah, you will. Excellent. Yeah, the problem is that while I'm in hard, I play in hard specifically. Most of the reason to get 100% conversion on zombie villagers, you don't get 100% unless you play on hard. I think it's 50% on normal. But while like 70 or 80% of them will pick things up, that percentage does not count for holding weapons. No, I don't want you. Oh, I'm hitting the villagers. That's not good. All right, come on. Come on up. Come on. You can see me. Ugh, God, they're so dumb sometimes. All right. So now we run through here. And we get glass. And lock him in, and we're good. And he's trapped. Perfect. All right, now we can sleep, and then I will send another batch of villagers, and we'll go through one round of zombification, and I think that will probably be a stream. One, five, six, and I think that's all I need, right? I think I did 7 last time. But a bunch of them that are just standing around, not wanting to do anything. Come on, folks. Go to your home. I want to go to your home. Yeah, they're fighting. They're both trying to walk in 2 separate directions. Yeah, eventually they'll just push each other through, which is good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I need 10 more, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. 9, 10. Exactly the right amount. All right, so we need red wool in order to finish the carpets. So while they're trying to decide if they want to walk to their home or not, we'll zip over and get that. Home is just close enough where it's the time to transition to and from the nether takes too long, so I don't bother doing it. Although I do love this view. That should be plenty. Yeah, so I was talking about the storage system earlier, and it's going to be down here. So I've cleared out this whole area in order to be for the storage system. So it'll wrap all the way along these whole walls. And then this is going to be like, I saw this as kind of like a superhero layer where you have your superhero headquarters and you can burst forth out of it into the water and shoot away. So I don't know. It seemed interesting to me. It seemed like it would be a funny part of the story. All right, so this will give us enough in order to carpet the remainder of this area and make it totally spawn proof. And carpet can go right over the torches, so that will make that look a lot nicer. What did you like? Yeah, I'm gonna do auto sorters. There's a really nice auto sorter that I forget the person's name, but it starts with an M. Designed where you can put in any item that you want. Oh, that's a great idea. A piston door. Oh, I like that a lot. I think that's gonna happen. But there's somebody who designed this really nice multi-item sorter where you just put two of the items that you want to sort, and it automatically will go through and find those two items. And because it's using an item sorter that works via comparator signal, only those items will be able to pass through. And because of that, like that's all you get is those items that go into the item sorter. So you can just dump everything into your normal space, and then through the item sorter magic, it goes in and just makes its way into the proper chests. So I can have a chest of like everything quartz. And a chest of everything stone, like stairs and slabs and all that other stuff. And I don't have to sort it at all. The system will just take care of it for me. Okay. All right, so we need apples. Do we have apples, or are we get? No, I think we're gonna have to make them. But that's what the gold is for, and that's why we have farmers that trade for one emerald. So, don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. All right, so we can make golden apples, and we'll grab ourselves some potions of weakness. And this is an automatic system. So as I take from it, you can see it is now rebrewing. So what it does here is it looks for this hopper, and anytime that this chest is empty, it has a empty spot in it. That means this hopper is also empty, and that triggers this brewing stand to create more of them. So it'll automatically make more potions of weakness as I take stuff out of it. Oh yeah, yeah. The item sorter like that is the same thing that we use over here. Like this is a general item sorter that does the one item at a time through the you have it and then you fill the rest with filler material and it does it through the signal. This is don't underestimate it though. I use this in most of the farms. The big item sorter is only needed for like the massive storage system. That one is still pretty good. All right. So what we can do is we will confine all of these to zombification. I forgot I have to flip the switch twice in order to get them to go down and to activate it. So all of these guys will drop down, and then once the zombie stops tracking me, it will go and track the villagers and zombify them all. And we're one short. All right. So let's get over here so that the zombie can't see me, and you should just go, yep, and start tapping them all. Perfect. Yeah, I'll go over to the potion unit. No problem at all. So there's two real components to it. Where what it does and the way that it works is there's a torch here which locks this hopper, and this hopper is providing bottles. So it's sitting here with the ingredient, but no bottles are going into it. The back part here is just that same item comparator that we saw on the filter unit. So it's detecting that there is nothing in here because there's no ingredient yet. And whenever it goes through and it's whenever I pull stuff out and this hopper is empty, it'll unlock and then potion bottles will go in, and then that will pull through the ingredients that are here, which is the potions of weakness. And this can be used to make anything. You could fill this with any of the potion ingredients that you want. So it doesn't just have to be weakness. This could be night vision or invisibility or anything. And the other thing is up at the come on, fly. Fly, be free. The other part is up at the top where this is basically infinite water bottle. So I've got a bunch of empty bottles here, and this is a dispenser that's full of them. And under this is a waterlogged stair. So anytime that there is a hopper chain under here, and anytime that this starts to empty out, like if I take one of them out, you see it automatically refills instantly, because that will cause the dispenser to fire and it will pick the hopper up underneath it. So since water bottles don't stack, I have it this way so that it'll just auto refill whenever it goes. So we could literally walk away, completely empty the chest and walk away, and we would come back and it would be totally full. It is the way it does it in the correct order is because down here it fires an observer, which goes through and causes it to go from the top down. So whenever this empties out, like I'll show you, when this empties out, it will detect that this comparator changes signal. So it goes from power to depowered. And then this will fire and it will cause the sticky piston to go up, and that causes the observer to power the very top one. And there's a dot of redstone on each one of these blocks, so it goes from the top down. So this dropper will fire, then this one, then this one, then this one, and it has to be in that order because it can't go any other way. Oh yeah, yeah. That the water bottle thing, I don't know if it works on Bedrock, but it should because it this that's just a simple circuit. Like a lot of the things that don't work in Bedrock that I know of are the things that are different timings, and quite frankly, I don't know Bedrock anywhere near as well as I know Java. But this is a pretty simple circuit. Like all it does is there's a redstone torch here that while it's completely full, so while this hopper is full, this gives off a signal of 15. And I have then another comparator here on subtract mode so that this block, it pulls from this redstone block, which gives a signal of 15. So anytime the signal drops below 15, it will allow this torch to be repowered. And then this is just a clock. So what the repeater will do is it will cause the redstone torch to turn on and off because it's literally just sending the signal around here. And every time it fires, it just charges the dispenser. So it's a pretty simple circuit. This I go into great detail in my video if you want to watch it. I forget what episode it is, but it was one of the past five or so. Yeah, and it only releases one item at a time. I can't take credit for the potion part of it. This is an Impulse SV design that I changed a very little bit, but the bottles and everything is all mine. Like his was manually loaded, so I had to design this to add to it. And one of the future episodes is definitely going to be brewing all the potions, where I'm going to build 15 or 20 of these units in order, and it will be powered by that because this thing can produce. It's what is the torch burnout? 2 ticks, so this can do 10 bottles a second, so it can completely fill the entire system pretty quickly. All right, now, oh, I went too far away and they despawned. That's okay. That's not a big deal. All right, so we can do 4 at a time here. Yeah, that's a mod. That to me is really necessary, just because it's hard to build the contraptions without knowing if you're correctly powering it, especially when you're doing things like the signal strength of bees and everything. Honestly, this is one of the reasons why I play on Java and not on Bedrock, because like all the mods that are available make it so much easier. But let's cure these guys. And what I can do is I can throw the potion of weakness right in here in between them, and then it hits all four. And then we can take the apple and go cure you, cure you, cure you, and cure you. And I'll just have to get more of them for the ones that despawned here. I forgot that the game counts these as monsters. So if I go more than 30 blocks away, then they have a chance of despawning. We just spent too much time over there, but not a big deal. Yeah, exactly. You because to go back and forth with these guys, like it's going to take 4 cure cycles per, basically, in order to get the trades down to where it's only going to be a couple of paper in order to do their first trade. So it's even though I can hit 4 at a time, at 4 cycles, it's still going to take 20 potions of weakness at least to do this row, and then each one takes a golden apple. So that's what we need the gold farm for, and yeah, little column A, little column B. Let me look up what episode that is for you if you want the potion breeder. Studio. Since we have to sit here and wait for the zombie villagers to cure anyway. I think it's 22. No, no, not 22. Sorry, I'm blanking on which one it is. Like it's just not showing up in my Ah, okay, no, it's 25. It's the librarian episode. Episode 25 is the one where I go into detail about the potion brewer. All right. I unfortunately can't go away until these are cured, or else we'll have the despawn like we did here. But again, since we have a infinite breeder, not a big deal. So, do we need to trade anything while we are waiting? I'm out of rockets again. Yeah, this always feels like kind of like a give a mouse a cookie moment. Like I run out of rockets, so I need to go to the general mob farm, and then I run out of sugarcane, so I got to come back here. like, but that again is the reason why I build so many farms, so that I don't have to sit around and manually harvesting, and I can focus on things like doing this cool build as opposed to just worrying about it. Although one of the things I could do to improve this is zombie villagers cure faster when they're surrounded by iron bars or when there's a bed nearby. So I could probably change this slab into a iron fence, and that would probably make these cure faster. And doing this many cures, that would probably help a lot. I'll have to test that. I'll have to pull into my creative mode or creative world and just flip them over and see how long it takes to change it over. Because if it's a good amount of time, if even if it's like 30 seconds, that's still worth it. Yep. All right. Now this is all down to one. Perfect. Yeah. This is the most interesting streaming thing ever. Is just sitting here watching and waiting for them to change. Right. It's like why I don't have 100,000 people on stream looking at this right now. I don't know. Come on, convert over. Yep. All right. So what I'm definitely going to do is I'll wait for these two to convert, and then I'll fire the rest of the villagers over, and I think I'm going to call it a night after that because I've been online for about 2 hours, and it is not easy to talk for 2 hours straight. I don't have those streamer muscles yet. I got to build into them. Yeah, it can definitely be increased. Like if you find the igloos, there's the laboratories in the ice biomes where you can find an igloo in the village, and underneath the igloo is a lab, and it basically teaches you like how to cure the villagers. So there's a brewing stand and a potion of weakness and a golden apple, and it's surrounded by bars, and there's a bed in there. So it's like literally the game is teaching you how to do it. But I didn't realize that that's what it was doing until I went and read on the Minecraft wiki. But yeah, I just don't know how long it speeds up. But I mean, the number of curing cycles we're doing, literally even shaving 30 seconds off of it would be totally worth it because I think this takes 5 minutes to do a total cure. But yeah, you can see it's worth it. Through one curing cycle, we've already done this by what, like 20%. All right. So all right, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's going to take all the chests, or all the minecarts I have. Right, yeah. And then we'll make like 7 more. Because I can't imagine I'm going to send more than 14 at a time. And because we have a good iron farm, we basically have unlimited iron anyway. Nope, I see you. Trying to be sneaky. Alright. So yeah, that should be plenty. Whatever. Now we have more than enough forever. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that should be enough. Yep, great. Now we need to sleep, so they'll all go to their new home. Oh, yeah, yeah. Nobody's going to watch a streamer that's just sitting there silent. Like, why bother? Like, that's going to be... I can play a game. Like, that's that's me. If I'm just by myself, then that's the exact same experience. So why on earth would you not want to see it if somebody's not going to be talking and engaging with the audience and everything? But yeah, it does get tiring. I'm really surprised at oh, nope. What? Wait, what? Oh, I didn't raise the... Oh, nope, wrong. Hugs make mistake. Yeah. Well, at least we can get a couple of... Why are you not... I don't know why he's not attacking the other one there, but yeah, now we can get a couple of the heads at least. Nope. Come on. You're killing me. Did that whole... Did it just eat my... Okay, I guess it just ate my block. Alright, fine. Fine, be difficult. And today on Hugs Follies... Oh, it's in my hand. Alright, I guess the block regenerated finally. But, okay. Alright, so we got some. Not all of them. But, again, that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now they're all right? Yeah. And these are the fun bits that you don't get to see during the episodes because I edit them out. And we're running out of villagers. All right, so I think this is gonna have to wait to another day. Yeah, let's just get. I wonder if I can get now, because if I destroy that, we're just gonna have some wandering cartographers. That's fine. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it a night. And definitely thank you for coming on and engaging and everything. That makes this so much more fun whenever I have somebody to actually talk to. And it's much better than sitting here just building row upon row all by myself. Okay, so you just wanted... Well, thank you for doing the right thing and getting back in there. All right, but I'm gonna call it. Thank you again for subbing and joining me for tonight. And yeah, just thanks. And I hope everybody has an excellent evening.